Hello everyone, my name is Jihoon Kim and I'm a seminarian studying for the Archdiocese of LA. I'm currently in Theology 4 at St. John's Seminary and my home parish is the 103 Saints Korean Catholic Center in Torrance. Today, we celebrate the 25th Sunday in Ordinary Time, and let me start this video with today's Gospel. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus told his disciples this parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out at dawn to hire laborers for his vineyard. After agreeing with them for the usual daily wage, he sent them into his vineyard. Going out about 9 o'clock, the landowner saw others standing idle in the marketplace, and he said to them, "You too go into my vineyard, and I will give you what is just." So they went off. And he went out again around noon, and around 3 o'clock, and did likewise. Going out about 5 o'clock, the landowner found others standing around and said to them, "Why do you stand here idle all day?" They answered, "Because no one has hired us." He said to them, "You too go into my vineyard." When it was evening, the owner of the vineyards said to his foreman, "Summon the laborer and give them their pay, beginning with the last and ending with the first." When those who had started about 5 o'clock came, each received the usual daily wage. So when the first came, they thought that they would receive more, but each of them also got the usual wage. And on receiving it, they grumbled against the landowner, saying, "These last ones worked only 1 hour, and you have made them equal to us, who bore the day's burden and the heat." He said to one of them in reply, "My friend, I am not cheating you. Did you not agree with me for the usual daily wage? Take what is yours and go. What if I wish to give this last one the same as you? Or am I not free to do as I wish with my own money? Are you envious because I am generous? Thus, the last will be first, and the first will be last." The Gospel of the Lord. In today's Gospel, Jesus tells us a parable about a landowner who hired workers to work in his vineyard. This landowner went around the marketplace at the various hours of the day and sent the workers to his vineyard to work. This parable has a very important message for all of us who are discerning the priesthood. In reality, the workers usually go around in search for a job. However, in this parable, the workers did not go to the landowner to ask for a job in his vineyard. They did not approach him first. In fact, it was the landowner who went around the marketplace to choose the workers who will work in his vineyard. As the landowner chose and told certain individuals to go into his vineyard to work, our God chooses and calls certain individuals to the priestly vocation. The priestly vocation is not a job or occupation. It is a vocation. The ministerial priesthood is a call to share in the one priest of Christ so that his mission may continue in this world. We may ask, how do I know if God is calling me to priesthood? How can I be certain about this? This is a common question that each of us will go through in our discernment. It is not like there will be an angel appearing before us to tell us that we are called by God to priesthood. So how can we know whether God is calling us? In order to figure this out, we need to have an intimate conversation with our God. We need to ask Him for the grace of the priestly calling and wait for His answer. In order to hear His response, contemplative prayer is necessary. We need to set a time aside each day for God and pray in silence to be attentive to His voice. We need to go kneel before the Blessed Sacrament each day and ask the Lord if He is truly calling you. If we do not spend time to be attentive to God's voice, then how can we know whether He's calling us to the priesthood? My brothers, if you're discerning the priesthood, I invite you to start setting some time aside each day and pray in silence. Ask God whether He is calling you to priestly vocation and be attentive to His voice. Talking to your spiritual director and vocation directors will be also a good way for you to properly discern the priestly vocation. As we hear in today's gospel, it is not us who choose to work in God's vineyard, but it is God who calls us to be His workers in His vineyard. Amen.